What's up? Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to the ReCoop. I'm Cooper. Makes sense. I'm Coop. So, what's going down? How is everybody doing on a Wednesday? It's Wednesday. We are continuing our every other day show over here on the ReCoop. I've gone back to streaming live on Twitter. I took some feedback from a friend of the show, Algo Bama, one of the main people over at Flemish Giants, the NFT project on Algorand. And he was like, hey, why don't you stream this as a Twitter Spaces simultaneously? Well, I'm not doing that today. If that's still a good idea, I'll consider it in the future. But I am back to streaming this on YouTube and Twitter. I stopped doing it because I thought it was kind of splitting it all up, and then it just kind of made all of the platforms, just split it all up. But it doesn't matter because in the end, here we are. I just want people to watch. So I'm on YouTube. It's going to stream live on YouTube and Twitter, and then the podcast will be up after the show, about an hour after show. All right. So what are we doing? How are we feeling? Is the bull market back? Are we ready to go? Did you pack your bags for this bull market? We saw on Binance US, Bitcoin hit 138,000. Now, obviously, that's because all the market makers are pulling out rapidly from Binance US because they're about to shut down, folks, I think. I don't know. Last I looked, Bitcoin was above 29,000, but then I saw somebody post, I woke up and my wallets are in free fall. But I didn't go look to see what has happened. I don't know if wallets are in free fall, if there was some big news or something. But as far as I can tell right now, we're going to check in a second. But as far as I can tell right now, Bitcoin was at around 29,000 and people are euphoric. And it's all on the heels of BlackRock ETF. I'm hearing a lot of people being like, yeah, BlackRock did it. And now all the institutions just had a big aha moment about Bitcoin and they want to rush in and following Big Daddy BlackRock. Now, sure, that is happening. But I mean, folks, look, it's true that BlackRock came out with their ETF, intentions, and a lot of different institutions followed suit. And BlackRock tries to address one of the SEC's or the regulators' concerns about market manipulation for a spot Bitcoin ETF by some surveillance measures that they're going to team up with NASDAQ and provide all NASDAQ all of the information. So this thing is going to probably get approved. And so what that means to all of these other institutions is, holy shit, once that gets approved, we want to be amongst the first few that get approved because, all that money is going to rush in, or even if it's not as extreme as a lot of, Bitcoiners and everybody want to believe, all that money is whatever the money is, it's going to be a lot of money because there is going to be demand from global institutions to get some exposure to Bitcoin. And if BlackRock signs off on it, I mean, it's going to be a bullish thing for the price, certainly initially. But the point is that these other institutions want to be one of the first ones, so they get a piece of all that money. You know what I mean? So it's not because they've had some light bulb go on about Bitcoin. It's because, shit, they want those fees. And BlackRock probably is going to get approved. So they want to get in the queue. Which, I mean, whatever. That's what's going on, I think. Which is okay. But, guys, you've been on my show for a while. When things like this happen, I start to be like, all right, and we're beaten up. We're a bunch of, abused children. Not to make fun of abused children. I know something about it. Well, no, I'm a dad. That sounds wrong. I do not abuse my children. But anyways, doesn't matter. It's hard to get excited, right? When all of this shit is so coordinated and manipulated, and it feels like a bull trap on some level. What do you guys think? What does the troop think? Let's check in on the chat, and then we'll scroll through some news and get you guys going. This went dark quick. Yeah, the first 3 minutes. Talking about child abuse. Guys, I knew that there was other platforms that I was streaming to, potentially a new audience. So I wanted to say some of my more relatable stuff. All right. So I neither was aggressively abused as a child either, folks. I had a pretty decent childhood. Okay, Christopher Cooper, good morning. How are you? IRL, she's in here. They're in here. Hello, good morning to you. GM, who's going to ride the wave with Coop? Who is going to ride the waves with Coop? I'm a ride or die. Samino says, that's it. Need an over-under bet on how late we start. 5 minutes? LOL, this could be a thing. Yeah, you guys could do the prop bets. I could easily manipulate that though. BlackRock would not make an ETF about prop bets on when my start time is because of manipulation. Minimum 6 minutes late, IRL. Today was bad. Today was actually kind of pathetic because I was ready to go a while ago. I have a talent for putting things off until the last minute because I was starting to get bored. And then I start doing something else, go down another wormhole, and there we go. All right, good morning. All right. So, Fisherman, good morning. Wilder, good morning to all. Hit that like button if you haven't. Yeah, do those things. Like it. And that's another thing. If you're watching on Twitter, if you're listening on the podcast, you do not get to be part of this world-class chat with some of the brightest minds in Algorand and crypto in general, right? Haha. I don't think anyone would bet under 5. Yeah, that would be probably a bad bet. Some days I notice, some days I do get in at 6:03. I want time for people to come in. Chris Swenner's here. How are you doing? We need an event to all hang out with again. I like that idea. I want to hang out with you people. And also, Chris, I got to get you on the show. I've been talking about it. I've been threatening you with it. We need to get you on the show, do a little interview. All right. Sick Media, good morning. I haven't tuned into the ReCoop in a minute. I see Coop is fashionably late as usual. Yes, there we go. Gosh, guys, 2 cent is strong support. Is that how bad it is? Haven't looked. Jesus. Is Coop testing 2 cents? Oh, Jesus. All right. That's my kind of nod to Bill Burr. Bad Bill Burr impression. I think that's what it's called. Good morning, Algo Addicts. And Cooperholics. What's going down? All right. Here we go. James. Oh, we got 12 cent. Binance is fine. Binance US is what I'm talking about, James. Binance International is probably fine. I'm going to be in Paris. That's not where I'm going to be. And London next month. No, I'm not going there. Goodness. I'll get. Sorry. This is what happens when. How is your beard? Good morning, Swenner. How's your fluffy? Good morning, chat. And your birds. Buongiorno. Okay, there's Anthony says there's no guarantee that the BlackRock ETF proposal will be accepted by the SEC. Might just be a wet dream until Gary is gone. Now, this is another thing that people are acting surprised that BlackRock is a spot ETF. And I mean, I do think that they will get approved. And also, look, the SEC for Gary has been saying that Bitcoin is all good. He's like, he has never said a bad thing about Bitcoin. He loves Bitcoin. He's got Bitcoin all over his face. He just loves to get Bitcoin shot on his face. Like that dude loves it. So it's not that surprising, and it's probably going to be fine. And it's going to, now that they have Prometheum and EDX, everything's going to be all fine. You guys can trade Bitcoin Cash all you want. It's all about, look, all of these smart contract platforms, except for Ethereum, are going to die because the SEC is going to regulate them out of existence. And we're all going to be on Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin and Bitcoin and Ethereum. All right. How's everyone enjoying their next gens? Has everybody got a little extra pep in their step with their rocking their new kicks? All right. Good morning. Are those coming? Is that even happening? Have you heard? Has anybody heard from next gens? I don't know. All right. Well, that's enough. How do we feel about that? I feel okay. Okay. So let's go over to a good morning, Gov, and good morning, Brandon. Here we go. They're great, Moriarty. I imagine them every day. Yeah. Before Brandon goes to sleep, he looks at his little shoe NFT and he thinks about all the different things. He like pictures going with his children to Knott's Berry Farm in his new shoes. He's at the Grand Canyon, has a hard time picturing everything except for he can see himself in the pictures at the Grand Canyon wearing his new Next Gens. He's very excited about him. Brandon, I'm excited for you. No shoes yet. All right. All right, let's go to Moriarty's favorite site, CNBC, where he buys all the news and all the propaganda, eats it up for breakfast. People that I there's a reason why this show is not growing at the rate that I want to, is because I'm ridiculous. And people probably tune in and be like, who is this guy? It doesn't matter. I don't even care anymore. I expect nothing anymore, folks. And it's probably a problem. All right. So let's make sure that you guys can see all this. Let's get it over here. Let's go to it. Okay. Futures are down, but not so down. The Dow's down 100 points in the futures. NASDAQ at 68. It's all right. It's like sideways to down. Actually, that's down. Let's just call that down. Powell expects more Fed rate hikes ahead as inflation fight has a long way to go. That's probably why futures are not feeling so fantastic, and that may be why people's wallets seem to be in free fall. From what I read, Pfizer RSV vaccine for older adults is only slightly less effective after 18 months. So what they're telling you is don't go get RSV boosted. Biden labels Chinese President Xi a dictator. Okay. Didn't the Secretary of State just go over there? Didn't China just say, hey, we want to work with you guys again? And then Biden's like, that motherfucker's dictator. And they're like, oh God, I hate you. I hate you so much, Joe. I don't really care about that stuff, though. I'm a fan of Modi, Elon Musk, on his friendship with the Indian Prime Minister. Okay. There you go. He's banning Psy and calling people Psy or Sizes. Is that an insult? CISSY. He's banning that from Twitter. I've actually been I've been like dismissively called Psy before. It was at the peak. It was actually part of the culture of the entertainment industry that started to get feeling real like censored. It was like, I can't say anything. I am the worst person in this crowd right now. They do not value the things that I was born with, or they don't like it. They don't like it. Okay, I'm not talking about that shit. Okay, anyways, all right. So CNBC Moriarty was a flop. You ruined it. Your favorite site did not deliver. Just got me talking about shit I don't want to talk about. All right, Bloomberg. Guess who re-upped the subscription, guys? We are back. The ReCoop is back. We can click on these articles. We had 2 days where we didn't have that. Powell says higher interest rates needed to curb inflation. A little bit of regret there, buddy. He's like, oh man, people are thinking that it's over, and it's not over. Inflation's going to pick back up. Oh boy. China says Biden calling Xi Jinping a dictator is provocation. Yeah. Maybe he should stop acting so much like a dictator. I was reading somebody's tweet. I don't remember who it was. And it was about how they did a poll. What was it? I don't know. 90% of like Chinese college students, if they had the choice to move to the US, would. So there's probably a lot of talent over there in China that would be actually happy to come to the US. But I don't know why. Let's see. Take all our jobs. That's what we want, right? People to come here and take the jobs, even though we seem to have a lot of them. But all the jobs, that's another thing, is that we have this wonderful unemployment. It's like, yeah, you can go be a waiter. Okay. And make about the same as unemployment. Who knows? All right. Bitcoin hits a 6-week high as financial titans step up crypto initiatives. Yeah. Crypto exchange backed by Citadel Securities and Fidelity goes live. That was what I was joking about earlier. It's called, I think, EDX. Yeah. EDX Markets separates trading custody to reduce conflicts. Oh, I wonder told them to do that. Move comes amid U.S. scrutiny of crypto firms Binance and Coinbase. I mean, this is like such bullshit, folks. Like they spend all their time just wrecking the industry, and then they get their buddies Citadel and Fidelity to have an exchange, and then some weird propped up Prometheum, which I have something interesting that I read about this morning about how Vitalik is somewhat connected to Prometheum. Anyways, EDX Markets is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. Unlike existing crypto platforms such as Coinbase and Binance, it offers a non-custodial model, meaning that it doesn't hold clients' digital assets during trading. Instead, EDX is working with a third-party custodian. An expectation among regulators that crypto exchanges should be separated from broker-dealer functions, similar to the structure of traditional financial markets. We believe crypto is here to stay, but for it to evolve as an asset class, it needs to adopt the rules and investor protections that exist in traditional finance. We believe that the U.S. government should control crypto, and all of the retail traders that exist right now should get wrecked, so all of my buddies can get rich and we can give them crumbs. I went off script here, I think. Oh, the message we've got from our investors is that this creates an even bigger space for us. That's what they actually said. All right. If you're listening on the podcast, I was joking. I wasn't actually reading that. SEC Chair Gary Gensler has long criticized existing crypto platforms for failing to separate different parts. All right, so they're taking Gary's lead. Okay, where do we go? Sorry. Wisdom Tree files to start a U.S. spot Bitcoin ETF on the heels of BlackRock. So we did see a lot of them pour in. Fed picks pledge to cool inflation in Senate nomination hearing. I don't know. Let's get to the crypto section, see what all these guys are talking about. If Joe Rogan asked you to debate, be suspicious. Okay. European stocks decline with focus on Fed outlook. Singapore proposes standards for purpose-bound digital money. Bitcoin hits a 6-week high as financial titans step up crypto initiatives. All right, boring. Let's go to CoinDesk real quick. Backpack just fell. All right. Briefly tops 29. So I saw it above 29, but I guess it must have fallen. What is it at? Oh, it's still above 29. What you talking about? Whose wallets are in free fall? Oh, maybe their wallets are in ASAs. Okay. Let's see. DeFi Protocol Maverick raises 9 million, led by Peter Thiel. Crypto exchange Bit unveils options market for Cardano's ADA token. Galaxy-backed investment platform. Okay, who cares? Bitcoin miner CleanSpark to buy 2 Georgia facilities for $9.3 million. Bitcoin crosses 29,000 for first time in over a month. All right. This person says that the trend line is taking Bitcoin to 30,400. Okay, Bitcoin has rallied nearly 10% this week, pushing through a trend line characterizing a 2-month downtrend and the 50-day simple moving average of the price. The so-called trend line breakout has now opened doors for the cryptocurrency to head toward 30,400. In terms of technical analysis, this is an important bullish signal as the price closed above its 50-day moving average and above previous local highs in a sharp move on Tuesday. The move confirms the breakdown of the downtrend that has been in place for the past 2 months. The next target for the bulls is the area between the April and May highs at 29,400 to 30,400. The market mood has flipped bullish this week due to a flurry of Spotcoin beat ETF applications. So like I said earlier, I think that this BlackRock one is likely to be approved. And I think it is because of the surveillance measures. And if there's one thing that I've learned about Bitcoiners is they really enjoy surveillance, right? Because they're very excited about this. And they're also gloating. Look, I love Bitcoin. I own Bitcoin. I'm holding Bitcoin. I want to add more Bitcoin. Sure, I'll do it all. I should have. I should have added potentially. I was going to, but I was like, we'll see. And still, I mean, what's the difference? It's not that big of a difference. You got to see, does this have legs? I don't think it does because I feel like there's so many shoes to drop, right? And we'll read about, that's what I wanted to do. Did I get that? Did I put that up though? I guess I don't need to read it. But okay. Never mind. But the point is this whole like Bitcoin and nothing else is so stupid and not how technology works. All right, the falling trend line, but Bitcoin is a store of value and it is decentralized, and hopefully it can stand up to quantum computers. All right, the falling trend line breakout and the daily chart indicates that the pullback from the April 14th high of 31,000 has run its course and the broader bullish trend has resumed. Okay, so there you go. So this might be taken off. Note, the pullback ran out of steam near 25,200. The former resistance flipped into support during the U.S. banking crisis in March. The defense of 25.2 and the subsequent breakout represents a positive resolution of a technical analysis pattern called throwback and suggests scope for a rally to 37,000. All right. I wish I made that buy at 26.2 on Monday or whatever it was. Okay. If it goes to 37. And also, guys, it's probably going to happen if you really think about it, because we know that Celsius is planning on moving all of their alts into Bitcoin and Ethereum on starting July 1st. So it's kind of like one of those one of those CZ moments where he's like, all right, I'm going to spend $1 billion on crypto. So, I think we're going to get a lot of pain for certain alts. I mean, Matic certainly is going to get wrecked. I think ADA was another one of the high ones that Celsius held. I think it was, what was it? It was Matic, ADA, Link, DOT, Litecoin, I believe. So we might see a lot of selling pressure there come the first of the month, towards the beginning of that month. I'm still working through the cobwebs of this brain. I've told you on Monday some of the things that I'm doing, and we're still here. And I'm not exactly cracking. I don't feel like all of the things are super fantastic, but that's okay. We're gonna be all right. All right, let's go to CoinMarketCap real quick, and let's see what's going on. Pepe's pumping. You guys excited? Pepe. All right, Bitcoin is right above 29,000, up almost 12% over the last week, 8% in the last day. So we'll see what happens today and the rest of the week. I'm excited to find out. Ethereum, it's outperforming Ethereum by a lot. It's Ethereum's up almost 5% over the last week, less than half of the gains of Bitcoin. But it's had a good 24 hours, up over 5% and pushing down just a touch in the last hour. XRP glued to 50 cents, it seems. Cardano doing all right over the last 24 hours. Solana. Litecoin is up. It was, up to 84. All right. Matic still not doing great. Polkadot 470 doing okay, up 5%, but that's pretty down too. Everything is pretty down except for the last Chainlink. All right, Monero's up a little. Let's get down here to our buddies. I know a lot of you are into Hedera. That's up to almost 5 cents, but having a good 24 hours, up almost 8% over the last 24 hours. Nobody cares about Aptos. Arbitrum 110 likes it there. Quant likes it at 100. Near's actually doing pretty good over the last 7 days, up 9%. Stacks, man, did anybody buy that dip? Look at that. Over the last week, up almost 50%, last 24 hours, up 17%. What do you guys want? What are the domain names for Bitcoin? Is it, which ones are the better ones? The .btc or the .sats? Algorand over 12 cents. Look at that. Look at you, Algorand. Up on 5.5% over the last 24 hours, up 5% over the last week. When is good old Algorand going to take back $1 billion market cap? And there we go. Tezos is at 75 cents. Okay. That's all fine. Now let's go to Vestige, the Algorand ASA spot. There's KubeCoin. Let's look at that in a second. Let's look at the overall. Doesn't look like it's, ooh, boy. Look at that. Ooh. Ooh. I've not looked. Wow, 3 cents. Brutal. Who's selling? Somebody is. That's not just you guys really just jumped ship, didn't you? You're just like, no, I don't want it. You know, we all know what this is. You know what this is? This is, oh God, the bull market's back. I'm overexposed. I need to get back into algo. I need to get back into Opal. I need to get back into I need to get back in. Oh wait, hold on. Maybe the bull market isn't back and this hedge is smart. I'll buy this. Oh no. Oh, somebody just bought. Okay, anyways. Yeah. Look, folks. This seemed like a counterplay, right? Everything feels like crap. Everything is worthless. We can band together and we, create something awesome. And then when everybody believes that the bull market is back, they're back into everything else because they don't want to be left behind. So that's what's happened, I imagine. But the good news for all Coop holders is you've got some really smart people building cool shit. So at least this isn't just some vapor, dickhead that you don't know who it is. And you know who these people are that are building things for Coop. So that's cool, right? Last hours up over 3%. Yeah, that market cap took a big hit. All right, enough. You guys know. Day by day, looking up. All right, so I mean, maybe it didn't move into Opal or Opal. That's been stuck to 8 cents for a while. Yieldly. Anybody doing any no loss lottos? What is that? Does that site even exist anymore? Oh man. All right. So Vestige is Vestige. Check gold real quick. Gold is looking down. Let's refresh just in case. Yeah, gold is pushing down. There we go. We looked at the prices. I'll check in on you guys and then we'll get to some news that I've queued up. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. All right, you guys are having a real conversation over here. If Cooper Daniels asks you for an interview, be suspicious. I haven't done an interview. This is Chris Swenner. I haven't done an interview in so long. I am going to be having I'll probably announce this. So I'm going to leave for a couple of weeks. I won't be here for a couple of weeks. Around 4th of July, I'm going to go to Connecticut. I've said that on the show a couple times. So I won't be here for a couple of weeks then. But I will be doing some. I'm hopefully going to do some interviews. Chris, if you'd like to be one of those, let's do it. But next week, and I will be doing a live interview with Benedetto from Afoca Finances. From Folks Finance, we're going to talk about this thing that he's building over there. What is it? X Algo on Binance. We're going to talk about these lending pools. We're going to talk about all the things. I want to get a update on Folks Finance, their cross-chain aspirations, their take on everything that is happening on Algorand. Blockchain Italia is the preeminent place building a lot of the coolest, most stable stuff on Algorand. And I don't know if I'm over hyping them, but so they're connected to the roots, and Silvio's Italian, so it's the whole Italian thing. I want to talk to Benedetto. He's going to come on the show, I believe, next Thursday live. I'll do it live at 1 p.m. Eastern. Chris, we don't have to do it live, just in case you say mean things about I don't know, you want me to cut it out. If you say mean things about somebody, I don't know, that we need to cut out. Did you study your Xi Jinping thought book today? Yeah. Get on ReCoop. Suspicious or not. U.S. has been authoritarian. People are just too busy working, spending, staring at phones, and stuffing their faces with overpriced garbage to look up and see the writing on the wall. Well, I absolutely recommend watching Handmaid's Tale. We are closer to something like this happening than people realize. I stopped watching that show. I did enjoy it. We watched it. My wife and I watched it the first few seasons, and it's bleak, but it's good. But then it just started. It's like the same story over and over. I was just like, you're on your own with this one. I'm going to go do something else. Out of greenbacks until Friday. Kraken. What are you talking about? Dump your Pepe by Coop. Safe Moon is still building. What are you guys talking about in the chat? Jesus. I swapped my Pepe for Coop. Of course you did. Chris, love you. But did it before the pump. Before Chris did one of those expert trades where he swapped his Pepe for Coop before Pepe pumped and before Coop dipped. So it's like this. It's not really how you want to do it. I think, are you guys still seeing? Did my screen freeze? Are you guys okay? You don't see me right now? Hold on. Oh, moms. But wait, somebody tell me that you guys can see me right now. Are we frozen? Anybody? Bueller? We see you. Okay. Then I'm going to move on. Good. Okay. Thank you for responding. All right. So I guess it was frozen for a bit. I hadn't done anything wrong. I was perfect. Okay. Let's just look at this real quick. Let's share this tab and what just happened? No. Nobody wants to see this. Okay. Let me make sure that this is working. My computer's being a little weird right now. Okay. This should be fine. You guys should be able to see me. All right. So we saw this, right? You guys saw this. Wallet possibly associated with Silk Road funds makes small Bitcoin transaction. A wallet linked by a single transaction to one named in the Silk Road filings has made a small transaction. Observers are speculating it could be the U.S. government moving seized Bitcoin, but it's not clear if that's the case. A wallet potentially connected to a different one. Oh my God. Different one named in the forfeiture of stolen funds. Okay. From the Silk Road. The wallet in question, beginning with BC1, whatever, moved 10 BTC to another wallet while sending 1,490 BTC to a change wallet. A wallet associated with James Zhang, who was convicted for stealing Bitcoin from the Silk Road, sent that 0.000 or whatever Bitcoin to the BC1 wallet on April 22nd, 2022, around the time around the time that control over his funds were handed over to the U.S. government. Other wallets also sent Bitcoin to it as part of the same transaction. So they're just proving that it's linked. Some crypto analytics platforms, including Glassnode, figured that this meant the BC1 wallet was also under the control of the U.S. government and labeled the funds as such, while Arkham previously connected the wallet to the government in a tweet. This led to alerts going out today that the Silk Road funds were being moved, leading to a brief dip in the price of Bitcoin. It's unclear whether the funds are in possession of the U.S. government. After the funds were transferred today, they were then sent to further wallets that contain transactions linked to crypto exchange Coinbase and Gemini. There's some strange signs about the way the Bitcoin was moved around. The original transaction initially sent just 0.01 Bitcoin, but then used the replace by fee function to not only increase the fee, but also increase the amount being sent. It's an unusual practice. The U.S. government is among the largest Bitcoin whales following the seizure of more than 50,000 Bitcoin tied to the now defunct marketplace in 2021. The holdings have become the subject of intense scrutiny among chain watchers, and transfers have in the past triggered price action. Coinbase handles the U.S. government's Bitcoin. The block has previously reported the exchange was sued on June 6th by the SEC for allegedly operating an unlicensed security exchange. All right, fine. So you guys get it. Looks like the U.S. government's going to sell some Bitcoin. All right, we're here on Blockworks. I don't actually have anything queued up here. Bitcoin market has matured. Wisdom Tree, Invesco file for spot ETFs. Invesco and Wisdom Tree have again filed for Bitcoin ETFs, with the latter stating Bitcoin markets are as mature and efficient as equities. So I think, like I said earlier, I think one of the main concerns was market manipulation. And that's why the spot ETF wasn't passed. And I think they're saying it's matured to the point where that's not no longer likely. And then, like I said, BlackRock has a surveillance tool for you to get you going on a Wednesday. Okay. All right. Just more price. Snack brand Slim Jim is launching NFTs and a metaverse. Oh man, I don't really like those anymore, but I loved those as a kid. But I don't. The taste was for me as a kid, but not anymore. But they're pretty funny. The metaverse, good for you. All right. So, former friend of the show, Kyle, he posted recently. Look at this. Look at this, folks. So the top 10 owners of MicroStrategy, who owns, I don't know if you've heard, they've owned a pretty good sized amount of Bitcoin. Fidelity owns nearly 7% of MicroStrategy. Made a huge purchase recently. And BlackRock, man, speaking is not easy today. BlackRock owns 5.5% of MicroStrategy, and Morgan Stanley. So they are in it to win it when it comes to Bitcoin. BlackRock files Bitcoin ETF application with the SEC. So they own a lot of Bitcoin, and they've been doing it for a while. People are like, hey, we front run the institutions. Well, on some level you did. And if you've been hodling and stacking for a long time, then I guess you did. But believe me, they haven't been telling you, but they aren't as front run as you think. Okay. And that's just a blank Twitter. Forbes, little hopium from Forbes, a new wave. Major bank reveals a 15 trillion earthquake could be headed for the Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, XRP, Cardano, Dogecoin, Tron, Solana, and Polygon price. Wow, they really just listed them all except for Algorand and Dot and whatever. We now know where Billy's bags are. Oh, Billy, sweet Uncle Billy owns some XRP and Tron. All right. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other major cryptocurrencies were rocked last week by the news the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock, is delving further into crypto. Okay. We don't need to read this. It's all the same shit. This was interesting this morning. Eleanor Tourette, journalist, producer, Fox News. Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin is listed as a co-founder of Wanjing Blockchain Labs, a part owner of Prometheum, which was recently given rights to operate a crypto exchange in the U.S. Other filings show Buterin is also chief scientist at Wanjing Blockchain Labs. Funded by China Wanjing Holdings. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing this, guys. Wangjing Blockchain Labs is a nonprofit research institution focused on blockchain technology. Its co-founders consist of this is going to be fun, Dr. Fen Zhao, Vice President and Executive Director of China Wangjing Holdings, Vitalik Buterin, co-founder, and Bo Shen, BitShares co-founder. Wangjing Blockchain Labs will provide support for the research, entrepreneurship, developments, and applications in the industry. It will also provide reference information for regulatory bodies. Overall, Wangjing Blockchain Labs dedicated itself to the promotion and application of blah, blah, blah. Dr. Zhao, chairman and CEO of Wangjing Blockchain, says he gave a $500,000 donation to the Ethereum Foundation while promising to continuously support the development of Ethereum as needed. That's funny. Oh boy. Here's another one for you, Eleanor. The Cowboy Crypto. Oh, it's not a very popular post. Fembushi Capital was founded by head of Wangjing Blockchain. Fembushi invested in BitDAO in 2021, right after the Ripple lawsuit was filed. BitDAO would turn around and invest in Paradigm not long after. Paradigm was founded by Coinbase founder Fred Ersham, who delisted XRP. Okay, so this is some XRP stuff. It's all good. I mean, and I'm not discounting it, but I know we're running out of time here. How was Vitalik Buterin reacting to a China connection again? Looks like the Ripple XRP team is sinking to new levels of strangeness. They're claiming that their shitcoin should not be called a security for public policy reasons, namely because Bitcoin and Ethereum are Chinese controlled. There you go. Anything fun? BSV? Are you guys big BSV guys? I think there's more. I think I have more queued up, or do I? I'll go back to the. Let's see. Okay, and so then there was this. This is probably a post that most of you have already seen. This was posted yesterday morning. I'm sorry, but after watching BlackRock, Fidelity, Citadel, Schwab, and now Deutsche Bank all apply. Now, I don't believe Deutsche Bank even applied for a Bitcoin ETF. I believe that they. Oh, okay, etc. That must be the etc. All apply for Bitcoin ETF, spot exchanges, etc. Only a few days after the SEC drops a TRO on Binance and sues Coinbase. How can't you think this entire past year was a giant inside job coordinated between the Wall Street parasites and government regulators so they could catch up? And then Caitlin Long, wait until it all comes out who has Fed master accounts but could be likely are ineligible for them. Can't wait to see your full take on this, Caitlin. Fed master accounts. Julie used the word mysterious to describe one of them as well, as I recall. Plenty of evidence of Fed favoritism, bias towards incumbents, and neglect of the law. Oh man, this is going to be such a shit show. Here's Julie Hill. Hi, Julie. There they are. Okay, you guys want to read this? I don't really know what this is all about. You want to learn with me real quick? One of the more interesting entries in the Federal Reserve's master account database released Friday is an account for Brown Brothers Harriman and Company, a private investment bank without deposit insurance or a federal bank supervisor. Federal Reserve accounts are generally only available to commercial banks, not investment banks. So this raises the question of how Brown Brothers Harriman is legally eligible. PSS, remember that there were rumors that an investment bank had a potentially ineligible master account. The Federal Reserve does not publicly explain how any of its account holders qualify. BBH is not a clearly eligible Fed member bank. Accordingly, all that the public can do is guess about how Brown Brothers Harriman ended up with an account. BBH is probably not an eligible depository institution under FR Act 13. For an uninsured bank to be a depository, it must be eligible to apply for FDIC insurance. For FDIC insurance, it must be incorporated in the state. BHH is organized as a partnership, not incorporated. That leaves the possibility that under FR Act 13, BBH is a non-member bank eligible for a clearing account. Back in 1964, the Federal Reserve issued an administrative interpretation stating that private and unincorporated banks are eligible accounts. Is the Fed's 1964 guidance saying that private banks are eligible for master accounts still good law? Since 1964, a lot has happened, including the Fed's new guidelines for account requests. I don't think I've seen anything on point for private banks, but of course, I'd be happy to have someone in the Federal Reserve System or at Brown's Brother Harriman and Company explain it to me. Okay, I don't really. I'm sorry. That's a bit above me. Sorry for wasting your time on that, guys. I don't have anything to say about it because I'm not quite sure what the hell she's talking about. Okay. I crack myself up. All right. Is that it? Is that all I had? There's so much more happening. Let's go look at real quick. Let's go here and see how the market opened. Make sure that you guys can still see this. All right. So yeah, the market's down. The Nasdaq's down almost 100 points. Dow over 100 points. They didn't like it when he said that they're going to hike rates again. But they were pretty clear that they're going to have 2 more rate hikes this year, and they were just pausing. So expect that. Nothing else there. How is crypto reacting to that news? Not at all. Look at that. Completely and utterly divorced from the stock market. Up, actually. Up only, folks. This thing is going for that 30,000 mark, and it's going to happen today, isn't it? Damn. Good for my bags. It is good. It's good for me to look at. I'm not going to sell it. So it's just like some thing for me to look at. And Vestige does not look. Look at that. Look at that. All right. So everything is what it is. Let's go back here. Check in with you guys. Say bye-bye. Gonna interview Algo HQ on folks? No, I'm gonna interview Ben. Didn't I say that? El Salvador project update? You mean I don't think that's according to Max Kaiser. El Salvador wants nothing to do with anything other than Bitcoin. We see you. We see your good hair day, bro. That's Sid James. I'm here for the Coupium. Seth. Thank you for showing up for the Coupium. We just couldn't see Vestige. Well, that sucks. That sucks. Hey, Vestige, are you listening? How about this? How about I check your site every day on my show, and you put one of those, you put like a Coop banner up here. I'll check your show. I'll check your site every time, and we get a little banner. Little banner. You guys watch the latest Devin video? He seems pretty happy, doesn't he? Oh, sorry. I'm not even sharing this. I'm sorry. I was looking at Vestige. You didn't need to see it. There's only one video up. There's only one Devin video up. It's still on my Twitter. I'll delete it today at some point. And I'm working on an intro for each video. And then I'm going to mint those as NFTs. All of you NFT people that are very good at managing these projects, I'm looking at you, Bama, and a few others. If you would like to assist me on how to organize this in a cool way, I have some ideas. So if somebody's out there that wants to help me kind of organize these episodes because they're not going to be available anywhere else. You'll be part of that. You could be part of the the beginning of all that. And I'm going to release it. I think that season 1 is over. He is Esmeralda coming back is the cliffhanger. Are we going to get are Devin and Esmeralda going to be reunited to go on many adventures? I know. Algobama says, man, I used to visit the Yieldly website every single day. Those were the days. I know. And you could double dip a little bit. You had to go at a certain time. You could do the thing. There was all the things that you could do. Yieldly was fun. It had, it had cool branding. It's too bad. Gonna interview Algo HQ on folks. Heard he's your biggest fan. Me and Algo HQ get along really well. I know what you're referring to. He got upset a long time ago, but I had him on my show after that. I like Algo HQ. He's a good guy. Kid got manipulated and railroaded by the feds. Are we talking about Silk Road at that point? Slim Jim, Top Signal. The metaverse is quite the thing. I was gonna let that Safe Moon comment slide. All right, good. Oh fuck, I was 5 minutes behind somehow. I had to get that double dip. Oh yeah, so there we go. Weird flex talking about that double dip. Look, then Chris points out, even if you don't sell, it's better than down only. That's true. It's true. I find myself able to make myself feel bad in all different types of situations, though, Chris. I'm very creative in my ability to see the downside and the upside. I'm actually pretty Coop banner. Let's do it. Oh yeah. So I took them down, meaning you can't watch them because I'm gonna mint them as NFTs and a limited amount, and that'll be where you can watch them. And then I'm gonna continue to build it, and eventually I'm gonna continue the story. I'm gonna keep it going because I'm having a lot of fun with it, and eventually I'll probably get out of vertical mode and go this way. And so that'll be fun. That'll be a big upgrade in quality. And, you might see other people in them or not. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to keep on pushing this thing forward. I have some friends that might be able to help me with it. People are worried that Devin is a drunk and won't be able to execute on his vision of turning Bitcoin Beach into KubeCoin Beach. He's doing a cash grab on his Devin videos. Yeah, I'm trying to sell something. Have you ever tried? Hey, Vince, have you ever? I also tried to sell a CD out of your trunk. He's doing a cash grab on his Devin videos. What a dick! I'm trying to make money, bro. Yeah, Devin is a saint. Devin is still pouting about Esmeralda. Shockingly, season 2 needs car crashes, car chases, and explosions and such. She was a hottie. Ezzy. It's a dumpster. Pissed me off. He's going to do a cash grab. Oh, you mean all the things that I'm spending a bunch of time on trying to monetize? I'm sorry, dude, that I'm trying to make money here. Okay. Okay. I got mad at Vince. Today, folks. All right. Hey, I forgive you. He was just messing with me. I should read this. Vince says, laughing my ass off. I'm just messing with you, Coop. All right. This guy thinks that have fun staying poor means that you're literally supposed to have fun staying poor. Oh, boy. All right. Hey, guys, I just want to say to everybody out there, have fun staying fucking poor. And I hope, Vince, that you bought the top of Coop. All right, everybody. Hey, thank you for joining us. I hope he paid 10 cents and then he panicked at 3 cents and he put it into Woodcoin. All right, guys, I appreciate you. I will see you Friday, and it's going to be a wonderful day. You guys see, I told you what was going to happen. Remember when I told you on Monday what was going to happen this week? That I was going to get overly emotional and get mad at something? I I told you, come back on Friday when the irritation and the lack of sleep really catches up to me. Stay tuned. Come back. Who am I going to get mad at on Friday? I'm going to get mad at somebody. Somebody will pop up and they will tell me I'm doing a cash grab when I don't make shit. I just gave away a coin where everybody got rich and I got a shit. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.